Good morning, everyone. So we're back out on our other wall. If you guys will recall, a couple of weeks ago, we couldn't get the caps. It was a whole freaking mess. It actually worked out pretty well because the caps came in like right when we were wrapping up with our last project. So we just shot over here. We're gonna get those caps on final grade, and then we'll be out at a new one tomorrow. So all things considered, that worked out pretty well. And pretty sure that just explained what we're going to do today. We're going to do caps and we're going to grade.
Caps hide your screw ups, and there's nothing wrong with this, but let me just explain. I'm not talking about covering up a structural defect, but I'm talking about if your wall has a slight wave or a slight wobble, or it's not perfectly straight because maybe you did a radius and your string couldn't use a string line, you had to eyeball it and you're just not totally happy with how it looks. You can strategically use your caps to make sure that your eye, the eye is drawn to the area that you want people to look at. And that's the beauty about caps. So if your wall has a little bit of a wobble, you want to have just enough of an offset on your cap that the cap straightens out all of the wobble below it. And you can have your caps over the face of the wall. You can have the caps flush with the top of the wall. You can have your caps set back from the top of the wall. That's a personal preference between you and your customer. Another thing that I personally like to do with my caps is make sure that they're all solid and tight. So as we're going around a radius or a curve, it does require extra work, but I feel that that's the thing that customers see for years down the road. So if you take time to dress up the little things at the very end of the job site, it can pay big dividends later on. But there's also a trick to grading that I want to cover in just a few minutes. But let's wrap up this thing with the caps. So just like with caps, with grading, there's lots of different ways that you can do it and still be right, but there is some ways you can do it and be wrong. So instead of telling you all the ways you can do it that's right, let's just concentrate on the main thing that you can do wrong when it comes to grading. If your cap is here and your grade is here and your face of your wall is over here, don't put your grade down here, creating a dam so that the water flows down and gets stuck behind your retaining wall. It's okay to get that dirt to be flush so that when the water comes down, it hits, flows over, and goes down over the face. I suppose I should put more. This is the retaining wall. That probably makes more sense. So that this is your grade, the water comes down and flows over the face of the retaining wall. Don't put it down here creating a dam. Now you can actually create a channel. Yes, my arm does bend that way pretty good. You can actually create a channel directing the water into the drainage zone behind the retaining wall, but I don't recommend trying to get that water to intentionally flow behind the retaining wall. What you want to do is, if you're going to create this channel, you want to have an outlet away from the retaining wall. Do not pump any more water than the wall is designed to handle behind your retaining wall. What I mean is, do not ever, ever, ever let your customer stick a downspout behind your retaining wall. I guarantee it will wreck it. Don't put a sump pump behind your retaining wall and it will wreck it. Don't put your neighbor's gutters behind your anything that directly shoves water behind your retaining wall is a giant no-no and a disaster eventually waiting to happen. It will hold up fine for a few years depending on the amount of water, but eventually it will catch up to you and bite you in the butt. So when you're grading, you can put your grade flush with your retaining wall so it falls down over the face, or you can create a channel to direct the water and then direct it away from the retaining wall behind it. Just don't create a dam forcing the water to hit the backside of your wall, making it go through your wall, because you will regret it. Well, I suppose I should have said it earlier, but that's all we got for you on this one. But we got a really cool show coming up for you where we have an inspector come out and he does not believe the work that we did. I can't make stories like this up. That's coming down the pipeline. So if you like stuff like that, hit that subscribe button. If you like wall series like this, that's awesome, because we got more of it coming your way. But that's it for today. God bless. Go get them. And I'll see you guys on another one. Catch you later.